Welcome to the channel. In today's video, guys, we're going to talk how to make money on slow days. Now, number one, you have to adjust your forecast. So today, like usually I forecast around 200 to 220 as my goal. So today I'm only gonna aim for around 150. Second, we're gonna adjust our expectations. So what I mean by that is usually on a busy day, you're gonna see the 60s, 70s, the 40s, the high batch prices. Well, on slow days, you're not gonna see all that. So you definitely gotta reduce your expectations. So on slow days, my expectations are anything $25 to $35 is a good start. And also, I'm gonna definitely look at the mileage. I'm not gonna take a 25 that's going 16 miles. I take a 25 that goes 5 miles. I take a 30 that goes 7 miles. You know, so it's definitely reduce your expectations on the batch prices and your goals. That's tip number one. For tip number two, stay tuned. We're gonna hit the Costco drop. It happens in the next 5 minutes, and like I said, I always screen record what I get, and I'll show you guys what's going on. All right, until the drop. All right, guys, let's talk about what's been going on. Well, not a whole lot. So the Costco drop didn't work as I planned. Honestly, I didn't get nothing. I saw maybe 3 batches and they're all crap. One was going 16 miles. The other one was one item for like $8 and the other one was like $13. So honestly, truly, I didn't grab a single batch at the Costco drop. I ended up helping my girlfriend with her batch. She got a 53, but it was a lot of heavy items, so I helped her out there, expecting to see something, and nothing. Like literally my screen was blank for a good hour. I don't understand the process. I don't understand the algorithm. You know, they talk about being transparent with batches, with ratings. I'm sitting at a 5.0 rating and I'm not seeing anything, where I see people picking up $60, $80, $90 batches. Seeing this one girl, new shopper, set her second order and she's shopping for an $83 batch, and I'm sitting here with a blank screen. Tell me where that makes sense. A little bitter actually about it. And then that brings me to tip number 2. Don't sit for more than 30 minutes at one location, because if you haven't seen anything then, you're not going to see anything in the time soon. So always have at least 4 different places, stores that you go to that you know that you can see batches. Like for me, I'm close to Ralph's, I'm close to Food for Less. The mall is right here, so I moved over to Ralph's right now just to see if there's a difference, and if nothing happens, then I'm going to move on to the next one. But sitting and waiting in the car expecting to see that perfect batch is not going to happen. So don't sit too long and think that you're going to get like the perfect batch. And that was my tip number 2. All right, guys, well, hopefully I pick up something here at Ralph's. I'll let you guys know. I'll try to screen record it. All right, until the next order. All right, so I ended up picking up a $30 batch from Food for Less for 2 customers that was going 3.5 miles. And just before that, I picked up Uber Eats for $9.84 from Nectar Juice going 1.7 miles. And that brings me to tip number 3, is if you're only doing Instacart, stop what you're doing right now and download Uber Eats, DoorDash, Grubhub, Corner Shop. You need to have multiple apps in your arsenal, because like today's a good example. Instacart was not showing me anything for a while, and then Uber Eats starts showing me orders, and then the minute I pick up that Instacart order, Corner Shop starts showing me orders. So multi-apping is the way to go, especially in this time and era with all these new shoppers coming. You want to be diversified and not just relying on one app only, because if it's dead, you're going to be sitting around all day. This way, if you have one app that's working really well, you just focus on that one until it dies off, or another one starts picking up. And like I said, there's no there's no reason why you can't go back to another location. For example, like I was sitting at Costco for an hour and a half, not really sitting at an hour and a half, but I was there for an hour and a half and nothing was coming through. That doesn't mean that later nothing won't come through. So I'm actually just heading back to Costco right now, and I'm gonna see if anything comes up, but I'm not gonna sit there for an hour or two thinking that something's gonna come up. I have all my apps going, whatever pops up first, and if it's within reason, I'm gonna grab that. So that's my tip for number 3. Stay tuned for tip number 4. All right, so I just picked up a $31 batch at Costco, 43 items, 45 units. I was able to shop it and deliver it in an hour and a half, and then to my surprise, customer A, which had a majority of the items, didn't even tip. Customer B tipped me $10, customer A tipped me $0. Usually if a $31 order, I wouldn't complain much, but if you saw the amount of items she had, they should have been tipping. And Instacart should have stepped in and did something, like added $10 to the order or something. So a little frustrated with that, but it kind of shows though with the slow periods, this is what we get stuck with. We get all these waters, 4 or 5 cases of waters, this kind of water, and the payout are like garbage. And for all that extra work, and you're getting paid peanuts in a sense. All right, well, it is what it is. It's done and over with. I can't change that. But what I can change is our tip number 4 on how to make money on slow days. So tip number 4 is, obviously you're gonna have smaller batches. Just focus on quality, and also focus on customer service, and that's talking to your customers if you're replacing items or if you can't find an item. For quality, taking that extra time making sure everything is perfect, especially like the produce and the vegetables and the meats. Do your due diligence, really take your time with those items. Great time to make sure you're bagging them, keeping them in a cold storage unit bag, so that when it gets to the customer, it's nice and chilled, and they feel that you take that extra effort into their order. All right, guys, let's recap our day. How did it go? So today, it went better than I expected. We actually ended up doing a total of 8 batches. We ended up doing 5 with Instacart for a total of $135.65. 1 with Uber Eats for $12.87. 2 with Corner Shop for a total of $71. That gave me a grand total of $217, which is amazing considering that my goal was only gonna be $150. So shows that if you follow, then that brings me to tip number 5. Understand your store. And what do I mean by that? Understand the layout, number 1. Number 2, understand when they restock, and get to know your cashiers. Get to know your produce person, your butcher, your deli person. Get to know them by name, because you get to know them by name and you say hi to them and you acknowledge them every time you go in there. They will go above and beyond and help you find a product. All right, guys, so let's go over the 5 steps again. Number 1, Adjust your expectations on slow days. Number 2, stop wasting time sitting there expecting a perfect batch. Time sit is time wasted. Number 3, make sure you have multiple apps going. Uber Eats, DoorDash, Corner Shop, Instacart. Why? So you can bounce between apps. If one's not busy, jump to another one. Jump to the one that's busy. Number 4, quality and customer service. Making sure you're picking quality items at all times, and also reaching out to your customers. Let them know, hey, I'm doing your shopping today, and if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. Or, hey, I did a refund and I just want to get your approval. Just things like that. And number 5, understand your store. Like I said, understand the cycles of your store. When products come in, when are the restock days? What time do they restock? Do they restock in the morning? Do they restock at night? The best time to shop. Just understand all that, and that will make you a successful shopper. All right, guys, don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel. Until next video, keep on shopping, set those goals, and have a great day.